good men became the nemesis of one nice elderly lady. It must have been quite a ruckus with the three of them firing their guns at once. Let's just say it was enough to send Miss Marple marching up the hill where the guys were shooting skeet. To everyone's credit, there was no shouting, just a chatter and a cackle that could be heard by the neighbors down the hill and across the lake at Angler's Point. Miss Marple's voice rang out above the chorus of the fellas, who seemed more confused than defensive. She made enough of an impression on them that the shotguns were silent for some time after she left. But she had no more canoed back across the lake before Tom's 410 sheepishly started back up, followed eventually by Bill's 20 gauge, and finally Fred's 12. Miss Marple must have taken the men's defiance as a personal insult. She was big on being paid respect, and once the shooting started back up, she didn't think twice about phoning Sheriff Jackson personally. That's where I got involved. I never avoid a ride in the cruiser, even on Sunday, especially if it's just to check out a neighborly dispute, and Miss Marple was known for just such disputes, though she was pleasant enough to talk to as long as you took your shoes off at the entrance to her bungalow and said ma'am after every sentence. "It was over there, deputy," she said, pointing at the slight rise in the middle of Tom's fallow cornfield. The field extended from the shoreline to the rise before meeting the tree line where a deer stand was hidden from sight. It was from that small rise that Tom and his buddies shot skeet to get ready for duck season. I looked at the hill she was pointing out. The squall had blown over, and the opposite shore was now peaceful for this time of the early autumn's evening. The sunlight danced off the lake, and the remaining leaves on the trees, damp from the rain, played with delighting the ever-changing tones of yellows and browns as a light breeze swayed the branches to and fro. It was the baby blue sky, though, that caught my attention with an expansiveness that came from October's dying light projecting from above onto the scattered clouds and giving them a glowing aura of silver and gray. "Would you care to tell me about the incident, ma'am?" I asked, attempting to appear both concerned and matter-of-fact. Truth is, I was not concerned, not in the least, and the fact of the matter, as far as I could tell, was that there was no incident at all. Not really. Maybe a misunderstanding or difference of opinion, or, as I reflected at the time, a difference of criterion. To my way of seeing it, which, of course, is non-official, but nevertheless carries the weight of an officer of the law, the fellas that Miss Marple was upset with liked guns, and they liked shooting them off, especially at clay pigeons. They had been doing so for years. Miss Marple, on the other hand, didn't like guns, and she did not much care for those who did. She wasn't a mean spirit,